I'm Anna, and I'm getting interviewed by
Harriet.
Harriet.
Alright,
So,
this is my diversity and culture assignment, module 6. So I'm gonna be asking you a few questions,
Sure.
and then when I'm done, you're gonna ask me the same questions. Alright?
Sure.
Okay. So, how does it make you feel when you are the only one, like, of your culture in a place, like in a classroom, at a workplace? How does that make you feel?
Well, basically, like, U.S. America has been diverse, and it's been becoming ethically and just like diverse in every aspect.
Mhm.
Your neighbors, your friends, your school,
Yeah.
just it's in every aspect of every. So it's like kind of like adapting. So we are adapting as a Native American culture to everything that is like happening around us. We're responding, we're adapting, but we are culturally inclined to keep our culture alive. So we have cultural awareness, so that's important to us. So
Okay, so you have to make sure that
yeah.
even though you adapt to everything, you still have to make sure that you keep your
Yes,
culture alive
because
as well.
yeah, we straddle between two worlds.
Yeah, that's true.
Basically, our culture and the you like basically our culture around us. So we have we have to adapt.
Yeah.
So,
I feel like that's kind of like the same with me, even though I'm here and I have to like follow these type of culture to be able to thrive and to be able to do whatever I'm supposed to do over here. Sometimes I feel like I have to remind myself of where I come from so that I don't forget, my
Right.
culture
You have to,
and my beliefs and
right.
stuff like that.
You have to keep in mind that the social connections that we all have, they're always going to be there. So, I think we have to be like very mindful, but you know, just just be inclined to other, or like just know the basis of where that other person is coming from.
That's
so
true.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next question. Like with your culture and or anybody from your culture in the past 2 years, have there been any dilemma, like anything on the news about your culture that is hard for you to hear when you hear it, something like that?
Yes. More recently would be before the COVID epidemic would be the water rights. We have fought and we have like basically protested against basically we fought for our water rights, and we are like the government in I believe the early 1900s gave us those water rights on a reservation, but took them back. So we're fighting for our water rights, and that is the main. Water is life, so that is our, it's sacred to us, and it's sacred to, our culture, our heritage, our way of living, the way we preserve our life, and
Yeah, but you have to fight for them, even
right,
though you have
right,
the right to.
right.
That must be hard. Okay. Next question. What stereotypes do you think people have about you or like people from your culture? What are some of the stereotypes?
The stereotypes? Well, all the stereotypes are based on like basically the interactions that the Europeans had when they first came to America. So all the stereotypes are based on what they perceived us to be: savages, thieves, killers, everything that we weren't before they came. So all the stereotypes come from the European, the image of when they first came. So that stuck with us. So basically, the stereotypes came from an outside view perspective of who we really were.
Yeah.
But technically, I mean, like we were living off the land. We were peaceful. We have like we survived so much, and we are still here. Our culture still is here. Our land is still here, and what we perceive as like, you know, our way of living is sustaining, and it has still sustained. Our language has sustained, so that proves that like the stereotypes are not validated by the European.
Yeah.
Idealism.
Yeah, that's true. Cause even now, people like with culture and everything like that, people stand from the outside looking in, and then they put all these stereotypes. But I feel like you have to, before you put any stereotypes on a person, you have to like get to know them, and that's what like culture and diversity is about. You have to have the drive to like want to learn about these people before you so that you can be able to associate with them, be able to communicate, be able to, even in this, because right now this place is like multicultural, so if you want to do anything, you have to have the ability to be able to do that.
Right.
Okay. One last question. What is like a statement that you want to like make on behalf of all natives?
About like being Native American, being spiritually inclined, being like knowledgeable of who you are, and just developing that spirituality with your creator. The four sacred directions: water, land, and it's all entwined into one universe. We all came from one creator, and that's who we want to be perceived as. Is just like, we give back to the land gives back to us. So we're in like, our culture is our survival. So yeah, that's
all right, thank you. Okay, so now you have to ask me the same question.